Okay, so a couple of years ago, remember how COVID was supposed to be the end of the world?
Yeah.
And then like 10 years before that, it was the Mayan calendar.
Yeah.
And then 10 years before that, it was the Iraqi war.
Yeah.
And then before that, it was Y2K.
Mm-hmm.
How many fucking apocalypses are we going to have to go through?
Right.
Like at this point, it just feels like every time that somebody comes in and they're like, "Oh, global warming, suicide bombers," it's like, "Yep, it's Tuesday."
Oh, you got me going now.
Oh,
You got me going. I'm about to enter the flow state.
oh shit.
You know, you're right about that. People are so quick now to call everything the harbinger of the apocalypse. Oh, this is going to usher in the apocalypse. Yada yada. You got to think. For starters, how many times has somebody predicted the apocalypse and it not come true? And these people never stop and think, you know, maybe I don't really know what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, I said it was the apocalypse 5 times. None of them were. Do I ever stop and just think to myself, you know, I actually fucking suck at predicting the apocalypse.
Like maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about because it's been like 6 months and I've had to push back the apocalypse date.
Imagine you're like, okay, guys, it's actually a little bit later. We pushed the deadline back.
So just like cult leader standards, like, oh yeah, the spaceship to come and take us are gonna be here in 2 months. Okay, we'll shave our heads, give you all our money. 2 months later, actually, they said January. I think they messed up. They're aliens, so you know it's probably June. I mean,
and there are like people in certain societies where for that society, let's say it was the apocalypse. So let's say you're in Pompeii before the volcano exploded and everybody just got turned to ash.
That one homeless person out there with his ye olde cardboard. Yes! Yeah! No!
I mean, yeah, for your group of people, maybe that was the apocalypse. But apocalypse is global, right? Like,
well, it's the ending, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the end. So if humans continue to live somewhere, I mean, no, it's not the apocalypse.
Well, I mean, 3 people in a bunker in a nuclear fallout wasteland.
True, okay.
You know.
You're right about that. But if in some areas of the world things continue as normal, it's not really the apocalypse.
Yeah, like if COVID was like anywhere close to as deadly as they said it was going to be, and there were just like 50 people out in Alaska.
But I want to pick up on the apocalypse topic with a rant and rave.
Ooh.
As you know, that's my most passionate moments.
Give it to the audience. So
trust, if there's ever going to be an apocalypse, I would argue it's going to be centered around a complete dissolving of trust. And now we're seeing that. People don't trust their government. They don't trust their family. They don't trust the police. They don't trust each other. People are growing increasingly distrustful.
There is that 1 out of 10 dentists that does not recommend Colgate.
Exactly. And what kind of monster do you have to be that guy? But I say this to go, there's a statement that floats around now that is used like water. Like it's literally as common as drinking water. And it's this.
Morning pick me up.
Something big is coming. I can feel it. Something big is coming. That's one.
Well, I mean,
it's like you said something big was coming
8, 9, 10, 12,
30 fucking times.
I mean, if you keep saying something, eventually it might be correct, I guess.
People they're engagement farming. Like, oh, something big is coming. You found out that Hillary Clinton had a black coffee for breakfast. Something big is coming.
Pizzagate, Coffeegate.
I'm like, dude, just shut the fuck up. Something big is coming. Yeah, Samsung told us for years the next big thing, and they didn't deliver a single fucking time.
Hey, they didn't remove any, charging ports or headphone jacks. So
but
like,
they did make an exploding dryer.
You win some, you lose some, really. I mean, is it as bad as like Hezbollah's exploding pagers?
But we're just such a rhetoric-based society now. Oh, something big is coming. Something big is coming. And that is coupled with its sister statement, which is, what are they covering up while this is going on? What are they trying to hide from us while this is going on? We're at a point where Vladimir Putin could drop a bomb on China and explode the whole nation today. And half of you motherfuckers would say, what are they hiding? This is just a smoke screen for the real controversy. And I'm like, bro, it's not. Like, we've hit a point where every event now, every single event, someone will say it's a cover up for something more sinister. Like Diddy, for instance.
I think honestly they kept him on the back burner though. I mean,
the back burner, yeah, but I'm saying now that it's out, the Diddy thing is out, people are saying it's a cover up for something even crazier going on. There are things that are going to happen publicly, guys, that aren't cover ups. They're just chaotic shit that's actually happening. Everyone says everything's a cover up now. Like,
well, I mean, you can't predict everything. Something big will happen eventually.
Yeah. Not everything is a cover up, and no, not something big isn't always coming. Sorry.
This is definitely not a psyop brought to you by the local U.S. government.
Yeah, I'm not me trying to turn people into non-conspiracy people. No, I'm not saying that. It irks me how quick people are to say something big is coming. Well, what are they trying to hide from us? If somebody assassinates Trump, what are they trying to hide from us? This is the main event, motherfucker. It's the entree.
But everybody loves that end credit scene, okay? Yeah. They just want to see, like, behind the fact that they were all robots. That Trump never existed in the first place. He was just a lizard person plant 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. No, sometimes the entree is the entree, okay? There's no encore.
And sometimes it's not even the entree. You just get a side of fries and get told to fuck yourself. Like, remember back in the day, it was Pizzagate. That dude went into a pizzeria with a shotgun, thinking that there's going to be like a slave camp situation with children.
So, speaking of truth, you just got fact checked on the live stream.
Oh, snap.
We got someone in the chat saying Samsung, in fact, did remove the headphone jack.
No! My only source of self-righteous indignation.
So, yeah. But for you at home, I want to let you know something very important. So take this to heart. Something big is coming. And whatever you're seeing today is a cover-up for something much bigger behind the scenes. Remember that, and you'll be okay. Remember, if you know something big is coming, you're going to be okay. It's going to help you. You're going to save your family. You're going to save your friends. You're going to have food to eat in the apocalypse. Everything's going to be okay as long as you listen to this one message. Something big is coming. And anything you see, anything you read, anything you hear, taste, feel, or touch is merely a cover-up for a far more sinister motive. If you can ingrain that into your spirit,
you will be the sole survivor during the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Because you're the only one to think to raid a Walmart.
So, yeah. For any content creator out there using that language, get fucked.
Seriously.
Today.
Like, yeah, there's some shady stuff going on, but there's been shady stuff going on since God crapped out the third caveman and the other two decided to kill him. Like, it just is what it is. Like, there's always going to be something behind the curtain that you're not going to find out about. Like, I'm pretty sure that how many of those articles did you read back in the 2000s? Like, the U.S. government has been found out mixing animal DNA and people DNA.
Plenty. I've seen them plenty of times.
And yet we've yet to see a single one.
Well, that's because, not to be disrespectful to your point, that's because they're using cover-ups so that we never find out. Like, the Diddy story is probably only a story because the first human-animal hybrid is actually walking out among us.
Oh, my God.
But they used Diddy to keep that story out of the headlines.
11 months ago, Miami, the aliens. I was so pissed because in my heart, I wanted it to be true.
I would love an alien encounter. I would love if that actually happened in my lifetime, because that would be the next big thing. I mean,
That would be. And see, the only reason that aliens would come would either be A, because they are oh so benevolent, which is above us.
mhm.
B, they want something from us. And if they can travel 2.5 billion miles away
To get it, they must
oh.
really want what they're coming for.
And they're not going to be coming unarmed.
Yeah.
Or thirdly, they need somebody to pump their space gas.
Mhm.
And